Alright, problem 6 from the practice test. We're looking for a tangent line at the point where x equals 1. Now this is an interesting problem. They don't give us a y value. We know when we have a tangent line we're going to look for x, y, and m. And they don't give us a y. So we're going to have to plug this 1 back in to find the y. And we're going to have to use derivative rules, as we always have to find m. However, our derivative is a function that has a product and a chain. So let's go ahead and first just get the easy part out of the way. Let's plug in x equals 1, equal sign's a little ugly there, x equals 1 into the original function to find what the y value would be. So f of 1 would be my y value. So I'm going to plug in 1, and I'm going to get 2 minus 1 to the 5th times 1 plus 1, which is 2. This is just going to be 1. This is going to be 2 times 1, and my final answer would be 2. So my y value is, let me change the colors to signify that, y equals 2. Okay, f prime is trickier. We've got a product rule. We've got to take the derivative of the first times the second plus the derivative of the second times the first. So let's go ahead and do that. The derivative of the first, though, is a chain. So we're going to have that 5 come down times 2x minus 1 times the derivative of this. Well, the derivative of that, though, is just 2. You can go ahead and make that 10 if you wanted to right off the bat if you saw that. This would now then be to the 4th power times the second, which is just x plus 1, plus the derivative of the second, which was strictly 1, if you notice that. So 1 times the second, times the first, which is 2x minus 1 to the 5th. Not the easiest looking problem, and now we're going to have to go in and plug in 1 here. However, if you look at this function a little closer, when we plug in 1 into these parts right here, it's just 1. 2 times 1 minus 1 is 1. So this right here is not going to be really impacted by these powers. So 1 to the 4th is just 1, times 5 is 5, times 2 is 10, times 2 now, because again we're plugging in 1, is 20, plus this whole function, which is 1 times 1 plus 1, so m is going to be 21. Let's go ahead and give myself some more space down to write this down. What should I erase? Let's erase right here in the middle and write our tangent line. Our tangent line is going to be y minus y1 is equal to m times x minus x1, and we have values for y1, m, and x1. Let's go ahead and plug all those values in. We know that our y is 2. We know that our m was 21. And we know that our x, was 1. So this is our tangent line. Now, if this was an open response problem, we could leave it as is. However, it's not. We've got to write it as a y equals mx plus b equation. So simple algebra here. But let's not lose the point and make an algebraic mistake on a problem that we've done all this correct calculus for. So I'm going to go ahead and erase a little bit down here. Give us some space. Pretty challenging problem on a relatively simple concept. If you look at the length of this video, we're at 4 minutes now. You obviously wouldn't want to spend 4 minutes on multiple choice problems, so we would have to work pretty quickly here and take as many shortcuts as we can. So let's go ahead and write this. Y equals, we're going to add the 2 that I moved over to the right side, 21x minus 21, by minus the negative here, distribution. So we're going to have 21x minus 19 is our final tangent line, and that answer choice is B. Again, try to work through these problems quickly. Pick up the stuff that you can see early on. Tangent line, what do we need? They only give us x. We need to plug in quickly. We need to find the derivative. Understanding that m on these tangent lines means derivative, and understanding how to find a derivative is super important, and something we want to master. All right, I'll see you guys back for problem 7.